Hey guys, it's Drew from Tacx. Today we're looking at a case that was sent to us by one of our Tacx community members on Facebook. And he writes, I have an issue with my Neo 1 and was wondering if you could help. I am able to connect the trainer to my iPhone using the Tacx utility app, but I am unable to connect the trainer when using the Tacx training app on my iPhone. So this is an interesting scenario, so let's have a look. This is the Tacx training app that we're looking at here on my screen on my iPad. If you haven't used Tacx training app before, there are two routes to get you to the connection manager. The first is through the settings menu at the bottom of the screen. And the second is the connect trainer button up here on the top right. So when we tap this option, we're presented with a screen asking us to enable Bluetooth by switching it on via Control Center or Settings. So if you're not familiar with iOS, you can access Control Center by swiping down from the top right corner. And this is Control Center here. With Control Center open, you can see that the Bluetooth icon is illuminated. So let's jump over to Settings and see what's going on over there. Okay, so here you can also see the Bluetooth is definitely enabled. So what's the story? So let's scroll down. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list here where all of our apps are. Let's look at the Tacx utility app, which you know is working. If we see the Bluetooth switch at the top here, you can see that it's enabled. So if we go to the Tacx training app just below, you can see that it's disabled. So let's enable it by tapping that control and turning it on, and then head back over to the Tacx training app again. All right, so we're going to tap that connect trainer button again. Here we go. And now when we see the list, the trainer appear referred away, we can just select it and then get on with our ride. So the root cause of this has to do with iOS 13. Earlier this year in June at the Worldwide Developers Conference, Apple announced some changes that were coming to iOS 13 around user privacy, and Bluetooth access was one of the big ones. Companies had been abusing Bluetooth to get up to all sorts of mischief. So now in iOS 13, every app that wants to access Bluetooth for whatever reason must request permission. Typically this happens during installation, but as you're seeing, you can also control that at the application level. So going back into settings, let's scroll back up to the top here. You can see view a list of the apps that have requested access to Bluetooth if you go into the privacy menu. And then tap privacy and then tap Bluetooth. And here you've got a list of all the apps that have requested Bluetooth access in iOS 13. So for your own privacy, you may want to visit this list regularly just to see what apps you may have given Bluetooth access that don't really require it. And it's also a good first step if you're having trouble pairing your Neo in one of the training apps, just as a sanity check before going to sort of more drastic troubleshooting steps. But I'm glad this was an easy one for us to figure out. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.